Cloudcast Media. Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media. Always good to have a return appearance from our friends who are performing or directing or doing anything in between at the Scripps Ranch Theatre, joined by Robert May, director of Unnecessary Farce. How you doing, Robert?
I'm doing fine today, Drew. How are you?
I'm doing even better with you guys in the hood here, so to speak, and joined by your colleague, Melanie Mino. She's an actress in Unnecessary Farce. How you doing, Melanie?
I'm great. Thanks for having us.
Good. I'll start with you on Robert and pivot over to Melanie. You've been involved in theater since you were 2?
Sure. Let's go with that. Yeah.
Okay.
About 2 years old.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it started in high school for me and went through college, and then I just couldn't shake the bug. So.
Now, were you a theater major in college?
Actually, no. I was a communications, radio, and television.
At what school?
Southern Illinois University.
The Salukis.
Carbondale, yeah, absolutely.
Very, very, very good. And then when did you get interested in theater? Is it during your high school years, you're saying, or was it?
Yeah, it was high school. I had a couple of people who were teachers who I was in the sports area for a while, and then they saw that I had a deep voice, and they said, well, you need to get on stage, or you need to sing. And I said, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
But they brought me in, and I loved them for doing that.
And you've been doing it ever since?
Ever since.
And so how about you, Melanie? When did you get involved in theater?
When I was young as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my parents fostered that in me, and did some film stuff like when I was young, like classes.
Right.
And then got into theater. I did go to San Diego State. I see your shirt.
Aztec for life.
Yeah. So I did major in theater.
Nice.
And yeah, I think you get in and out of it. Some people do. I hear that a lot. I did get out of it and then got back into it. And again, very glad that I did. Glad that people pushed me to continue.
Yeah. Robert, and then you add to this too, Melanie, if you can. Nothing like live theater. And we all know what COVID did to us. And I really applaud all the folks who had to do the pivot, whether it was Scripps Ranch Theater or Oceanside Theater Company or all the folks you guys know in your world. And you just had to be very creative with it. But there's nothing like live theater.
Nothing. There's nothing at all. We're still trying to pivot. We're still trying to figure it out and bring the audiences back to the theater, because it really kind of got whammoed during that time frame. There's nothing better than sitting with a group of people and experiencing a story. Obviously, this has gone on since the days of, fire being invented, right?
People started walking upright. They started doing this stuff.
Right. The stories are what really matter. And to share that with a group of people, whether it's laughing, crying, thinking, talking about it afterwards, I can't even think about anything else.
Well, and Melanie, and you're spot on Robert's comment on it. We say this almost all the time when we have great groups like you on, or we've been fortunate enough to have the VAPA Foundation on talking about this. If the world just revolved around all the great stuff that you folks do, performing arts and all this, the empathy DNA will come back into people, whether they like it or not. And God knows we know it. Talk about that, sort of shared experience like Robert was talking about.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the energy alone that you feed off of people, not only the people that you're on stage with, but the people that are in the audience watching you, whether it like Robert said, you're laughing or you're crying, you can just feel that. And it's almost unexplainable unless you're there. Same thing, like you said, with music, with any sort of art. But yeah, of course, theater being what we're doing here and chatting about. It's going to be so exciting to feel that too during this this show. I think the laughs.
It's
and
time to laugh.
Yeah.
If not, you'll cry. And we'd rather do that. We're chatting with Robert May. He's the director of Unnecessary Farce, which we're going to hear about in a few seconds here, joined by his colleague, Melanie Mino. She's an actress in this play. I'm Drew Schlosberg, Cloudcast Media, listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest-running community podcast. This is our 19th year of doing this. We're honored to have Mission Fed Credit Union as the sponsor of the show. For 6 decades, they've been doing great things in our region, whether it's food insecurity, whether it's financial literacy, whether it's just being just terrific in the world of arts. That's really important. So before we get into Unnecessary Farce, Robert, how many times have you been performing or directing at Scripps Ranch Theatre?
That's funny you asked that, because I just put something in the program in the director's notes that people will. I'm even surprised about. I realized that over the course of about 16 years now that I've been involved with SRT.
Right. Wow.
And with straight plays that are on the main stage, and then a program that I started there, Out on a Limb, that was all about new short plays, one-act plays. I've done about 45 shows over the past 16 years in one capacity or another.
Right. Okay. Just getting started. Exactly. I know you have another 45 in you. Absolutely.
Look at me. Of course I do.
Of course. Absolutely. Listen, you're vibrant. Are you kidding me? I'm going to go with that one. Melanie, how about you? How many times have you been at SRT?
Actually, this is my third show since 2022, I believe.
Very, very good. Okay, so
she should be in more. I'm telling you that right now.
I'm sure she's going to be in more, thanks to the likes of this cool director. What's Unnecessary Farce about?
I don't want to give away too much, but essentially,
no spoiler alerts here.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But essentially, it's what we've called 2 cops, 3 criminals, 8 doors, go. So our stage is filled with 8 doors, which make up 2 motel rooms. And in one cop room are 2 inept cops who are trying to effect a sting on somebody in the other room. And Melanie is trying to help the cops out with that.
Okay.
Melanie's character, I should say.
Okay, exactly. How many performers are in the play?
We have 7.
7.
This is a decent-sized show.
I was going to say it's a decent-sized show. Are you in it?
Only by influence.
Only by influence. The reason why I love bringing this question up, of course, you see this in movies quite a bit. There's a person who's directing it and also acting in it. And I think occasionally that happens in theater too. But I know it's a lot more challenging in theater, correct?
It does. And truthfully, I mean, there are very few people in this world that I think can direct and act at the same time. And I am not one of them.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good. Melanie, have you ever been a director?
No.
Not yet. I see a little hesitation in that, Robert.
We've had some fun during rehearsals. Let's just say that.
Well, heaven forbid you enjoy what you're doing, right? Exactly.
Oh, too much fun.
Talk about why you love this role. I'm assuming you love this role.
I do. I love this role. I love this director. I love this cast.
Yeah.
We have had so much fun, and we've been playing while we've been working, and that's really the best feeling, is to know that we all come with ideas and we play hard. And truly, I think we've created something that people are going to love to watch and hopefully want to come back and see multiple times.
Right. So we have a preview tonight. Opening night is...
Oh my God, it's tonight?
Yeah, exactly. It's not on your calendar. I think you better go ahead and take a look at that.
I need to I need to read the script first.
Exactly. My goodness. Right. We can actually drive you. We'll get a driver for you to Scripps Ranch Theatre. Opening night is on the 24th, and it runs from when to when, Robert?
It runs from the 24th to June 15th, which is a Sunday.
And I got to tell you, Susan Clausen, who is overseas, I think she's still overseas.
Yes,
now.
she is.
Yeah, exactly. She'll go, Drew's lying as usual, because she's always inviting me to these. And I actually stunned her because I did go to a Scripps Ranch Theatre play.
What?
Tallulah Bankhead.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
With Eileen Bowman.
100%.
Yeah.
It was good. And with a beautiful little theater right on the campus of Alliant University, and easy to get to, and you're intimate, to say the least.
It is an intimate place.
Very intimate.
Yeah. I think that's great. What did you love most about this play, Robert, from being a director?
Well, the playwright is Paul Slade Smith, and this was the first play that he wrote. It came out in, 2006 or something like that. But a few years ago, we did another play of his called The Outsider. And in that one, I actually did act. I was the governor of a town, and it was another big farce. And I just absolutely loved it. And when you get into something that you love that is done by a playwright, and I've done this several times, you go looking for more plays that they've done. And so we found Unnecessary Farce. And at first I was like, should I be in it or should I direct it? And then they kind of leaned me towards directing it.
Nice.
And lovely. I love it. I love comedy.
Yeah. Well, listen, comedy is cool. Is it, Melanie, harder to do comedy than drama, or it just depends?
I think you actually asked me this the last time.
I did.
And I would say everybody says comedy's harder. Here's the thing. And Robert is very keen on this.
Yeah.
Very insightful. Not playing the comedy, but being the comedy, right? It is so easy for us to laugh at ourselves or to show them why we're funny. That's not funny. And if you are just in it and being it and believing what is happening to you, that's the funny.
Yeah.
And that's what we've all tried to really embody during this show. And that is really hard sometimes, especially when you're working with really funny people.
Right, because your instinct as a funny person is to make faces, is to do things that you've seen for years make people laugh.
Right.
But in a situation like this, in a full-on play, you could do it just straight, and it would be a fine time. But what really the audience connects with when they go to see something is the situation that the people are in and how they're fighting against all the odds and how they're trying to get out of whatever mess they're into. And people, they connect with that. They see themselves in that, and that's why they laugh. And they get a bigger laugh because of that.
Yeah, when we come back from break, we're going to continue the conversation with Robert May, director of Unnecessary Farce, joined by his colleague, Melanie Mino. She's an actress in this play, Scripps Ranch Theatre. It goes preview night tonight, opening night on the 24th of May through June 15th?
15, yep.
Through June 15th, Scripps Ranch Theatre, just a lovely venue. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You're listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest-running community podcast in our 19th year, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. We will be back with more comments from Robert May and Melanie Mino right after this brief message.
When you do your banking with Mission Fed, you get great rates on auto and home loans. That's good for you, but something good also happens for a lot of other people. We're not for profit, so we put money back into the community to help lots of great nonprofits to keep San Diego strong. So you're not just getting something good, you're doing something good. Come to Mission Fed. It's banking that's good for all.
Brand amplification is the DNA of Cloudcast Media, and our code is the powerful blending of sound, voice, and storytelling to lift local brands and their communities. Whether it is our Brandcast, Schoolcast, or Causecast platforms, the unifying ethos is all about this community, the one you call home. If you dare to dream and want to explore the brand amplification of Cloudcast, a national leader in local podcasting and other Winfluence strategies, please visit us at cloudcast.us.
I'm Drew Schlosberg of Cloudcast Media, and we are back with our friends from Scripps Ranch Theatre. Robert May is the director of Unnecessary Farce, joined by his very talented comedic Melanie Mino, an actress in this. It'll be happening May 24th through June 15. Go to the Scripps Ranch Theatre the website for that information. I think Robert, you have worked in very, very diverse plays. Whether you're directing them, whether you're acting of them. What makes this one different and special from some of the other ones?
Well, right now, just the fact that you can go and not have to think too much and have a really great time.
I'm all for that.
I
don't like to think, which is quite obvious, as you found out in the last 15 minutes.
Then we'll drive you to the theater so that you can check this out.
Listen, I just love the title of it. But there's a little uniqueness to this, is it not?
Well, it's unique in the fact that because of this intimate space, we had to fit 8 doors and 2 motel rooms onto this stage, which is just ridiculous.
I know what the stage looks like.
And the people who designed it and built it are just gods to me, because it's amazing what they've done. And then giving us that opportunity to then infuse those doors and those rooms with all this mayhem is that's unique in itself. I mean, it's a farce is, I don't know. Farce has got one of those names that you're like, well, it's just a goofy play. Well, it is, but there's a lot going on with it in what we were talking about, that where you really have the situations that people will connect with.
Right, exactly. And so for you, Melanie, one of the challenges was you've got these 8 different scenes or setups and all this in a place that's like the size of a postage stamp. Literally, talk about the physical aspect of the play, having to navigate that.
Absolutely. There are almost like 8 more characters. You are going in and out, and this one needs to be closed, but this one needs to be opened. This one needs to be shut at the right time. This one needs to be locked. This one needs to be unlocked. It is very specific. And again, the fact that we have so much fun navigating through that is a testament to Robert, for sure. Just being so patient with us, and again, playing with us, allowing us to really take the time to solidify it in our own minds, because he's absolutely right. These doors, they are an entity within themselves, and our set people are incredible for doing what they did. This set is actually really wonderful.
It almost sounds like there should be a film crew filming you guys at rehearsal. And is there one?
We have some behind-the-scenes footage that goes up on Instagram every once in a while. But the thing about filming a theater production, it's just you can't get the dimension. Well, actually, you're doing the filming of the rehearsal for it. True. No, absolutely. We have got moments that are captured forever, and whether they see the light of day or not is another thing.
Right. So we always love asking this question. Probably asked this with Melanie before. For our audience that everyone thinks they can. I think I want to dip my foot into something like this, and I definitely want Robert to be directing me on this.
Yes.
I'll start with you, Melanie, on this. What makes this profession that you're in just absolutely to warm your heart?
Oh, that's a deep question, Drew.
It is 3 hours.
It's how they say for baseball, the love of the game, right?
That's right.
It's for the love of theater.
Yeah.
It's just something that is special. And I think people who understand exactly that, what I'm saying, that saying of for the love of theater, there's just something that fills your soul more than anything.
Yeah.
And you go back every time, no matter how much you're crying or sweating or laughing, it just makes it so worth it.
Right. And so here you are, preview night tonight, opening night tomorrow, the 24th of May, and goes through June 15. You look at the audience, okay, without having to fall off stage, of course, with all these things up there. Can you tell almost immediately if they are connecting with the play, or does it take a while?
It could take a while.
Okay.
Sure. Because especially in a farce, things have to be set up. So there's exposition that goes on,
Gotcha.
and you need to catch up first. So it might not be hilarious from the very beginning, but once you get rolling into it, then you can tell pretty quickly if people are watching. We had an invited dress last evening, and I was watching the faces of some of the people that were there, and it was so cool to just see not only the laughter, but in moments where there's tension or there's possible violence, we're talking about comedic violence, of course. People just have their jaws dropped open. I mean, I literally watched this woman, and she could catch flies all night. She was just, and it was wonderful to see that. So it doesn't happen right away in a play like this. You need to find out what's going on first, but it doesn't take long. That's
an interesting point about that, right? So there's got to be a little bit of a time before the trajectory kicks off on it. So Melanie, when you're acting in this play, this comedy, and the crowd does not laugh at something they should be laughing at, you're a pro. You just go right on to the next scene, because your focus is thinking about what I'm going to do next, right?
Yes.
But that's got to be in the back of your mind. Yes, no?
You know what? I'm not that kind of actor. I can't. I need to do it for again, the love of it. It's not because somebody's laughing at me or not. And in some cases, they're not. I will say this, just since we have an audience, it's okay to laugh too. I think people are afraid sometimes to laugh or be boisterous. Sometimes that gives permission to other people to laugh. And I would say for anybody that's listening, that's coming to the show, laugh and laugh loud and just have a great time.
Yeah, and to Robert, to your point, we need a lot of laughter in this world, to say the least. It cures a lot of stuff, to say that as well. So May 24, in theory, through June 15, go onto the website. And is it only on weekends, or when is the run?
Yeah, it's Friday, Saturday evenings at 7:30 and Sundays at 2 p.m.
At 2 p.m., okay.
Yeah.
And is there only one performance on Sundays?
Correct, just the one. Yeah. Again, we're working through the whole, trying to come back and get people to come back, and it's hard when you can only do 3 performances a week.
Right.
But that's what you can afford sometimes. So
exactly. And last quick question on this. We always love to hear that Scripps Ranch Theatre is really laser beamed on working with schools. They like working with youth and all that business. Would this be something that high school kids would get, middle school kids, or a little too sophisticated, or not necessarily?
Yeah, I mean, there's a little bit of language, but no F-bombs and no real nudity or anything like that, just suggestive things. So I would say probably it's certainly PG, but definitely high school kids.
So what I always love when, and thank you for answering that question. I spent some time working for San Diego Unified developing curriculum, and everyone's going, well, I'm not so sure we should write this. I said, the language. Have you been on a campus lately? What we're talking about is not even close. And then they snicker and laugh at you and go, you're afraid to use that word?
Right.
Are you kidding me? And I'm not suggesting to be no holds barred. They're a lot more sophisticated than we give them credit for. Correct?
Tons more. And that's a great point in terms of just audience itself anyway. A lot of times, the actors will think that they need to explain what's going on to the audience. They're caught up. They're smart enough. They know what's going on. So you don't need to put on for them. Just be real.
Right, exactly. Well, I'll start with you on this, Melanie, and then pivot over to Robert. Any final comments?
Thanks for having us,
Always,
Drew.
always.
We really appreciate the spotlight. And I hope everybody wants to come see this. It's very fun. Even us actors laugh just behind the scenes. No, we're having so much fun, and we want to bring that to as many people in the community that we can.
We can't get a better endorsement than that. How about you, Robert?
For me, I think it's please come out and experience SRT if you've not done it before. And we would love to talk with anyone about supporting us, whether it's volunteer work, whether it's as a donor or a supporter of live arts. We welcome everybody, and we'd love to talk with you.
Yeah, and again, I'll say this. I was fortunate enough to work very closely with, we came really, really, really close with Joe Cobriner. Joe Cobriner ran Broadway San Diego for years. Joe's in the Kauai now, enjoying every second of retirement.
That's awful.
Yeah, exactly. He got sent over there, for God's sake. But I got to tell you, and we talk about this all the time, and you sort of hit this on the nail on the head. If you've never been to live theater, once you go, it's an addiction. You'll be coming again. And when you see it in an intimate setting, especially, where you can almost reach out, and don't be doing this for audience. They have a play to do. Don't go out there reaching out to Melanie during the play, for God's sake. Robert will be there and he'll take care of you.
That's right.
But to have that experience, you can't talk about it. You can't watch it on TV. You can't watch it on X. You have to go there. So thoroughly enjoy all the stuff that Scripps Ranch Theatre does. Robert, wishing you nothing but great success as a director in this. And
thank you.
Melanie, won't be the last time I'll see you in the studio as well. Thank you for being such a great supporter of the Spotlight Show, as you folks are, and Susan Clausen. Want to give a shout out to her. And that's Unnecessary Farce. It's playing at the Scripps Ranch Theatre. Go to the website. You will enjoy the play. I'm Drew Schlosberg. You've been listening to another edition of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show. We are the nation's longest-running community podcast, brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union. 6 decades of just doing great things for people who live in San Diego County. And we hope you enjoyed the interview.
You've been listening to an episode of Drew Schlosberg Spotlight on the Community Show, amplifying the voices of social impact organizations, entrepreneurs, local nonprofits, and other community champions who shape the culture, creativity, and connectivity of San Diego community. Brought to you by Mission Fed Credit Union, bringing good things to San Diego for over 60 years. Learn more about what is good for you and good for all by visiting www.missionfed.com.
Cloudcast Media.